couple minutes.
See, it says I'm live now, so how do I see it? Live, bro. Right, should we go now? It's 4 o'clock. No? Do I post on my social media first?
If they followed you, then yeah, they'll probably get a notification. But if they forgot, and they don't check their emails or whatever, and they're on Facebook or Twitter, like, this is just an active reminder saying, hi, I'm going live. Just put now live. Just put now live on Twitch. Right, your game is ready. For now, just ignore the viewers, right?
Yeah.
Just do your thing, because viewers don't
We're on down to 2 viewers. Yeah.
Yeah, just ignore your account. That's what we always say.
Yeah, no, I don't care about that anyway. I care about the tactical pad side, and it will go on YouTube and stuff anyway. So I just care about the tactical pad side. Huh? Yeah. How much is this? Alright, should we go? Hi guys, thank you for tuning in to our live Twitch stream today. I will be taking you on a tutorial how to use TacticalPad. It's an app that I use for my futsal sessions for GB. You can have different features like football and futsal, basketball and things like that, but I'm going to show you the futsal side of things that I have. Hope you enjoy the video. If you are live streaming now, make sure you talk to me in the comments. I will be looking through the comments. If you're watching later on YouTube, give me some comments about what you'd like to see next, and give me some comments on what you think of today's video. Okay, so let's get to it. So, TacticalPad. Here is the app itself, TacticalPad. It's a fantastic app that, like I said before, you can use for futsal, and this is it. So, first of all, you can have your counters. Let's just go 5-a-side for futsal. So you've got the team just this side here, which is the blue team here. If I go on to team settings just here, I can change how the colours look. So we'll just turn this to red. We'll change the middle bit to yellow, or greeny yellow. It's not a very nice colour, but hey ho. And we'll turn the other bit to a green colour. So there's loads of things you can do here. You can change your name, so we're going to change that to GB Futsal. You can go through different names for your players as well, the positions, the shirt numbers, if they're a starter. You can add players in, you can go to advanced modes. This is where you can start writing notes about your players, the weight, the height, the skin tone. That's for the 3D model that we'll get onto in a minute. Some really good stuff. You can also export these details as well, which is really good. But we'll leave that for now. That might be for a new video. If you do like the advanced video and you do want me to do a tutorial on that, leave a comment below, and obviously we will look at doing videos for the advanced player on TacticalPad. So you can also change the opposition. So you could be playing a team next week for your team. You might want to, customize it every week. You can also change there. So we'll do blue. We'll do. We'll go for that ugly color again. Well, we'll keep it as black. So you've got the opposition colors. So we've changed that. Now the automatic change has come in. Now we're gonna go to the opposition. So we've got. We'll just go 5-a-side again for futsal. Now there's some fantastic things that you can add to this. So here's the menu. So a new project. If I want to get rid of all this now, I can just start a new project. Or if I've got previous projects in the past, obviously I can save the project before I go onto my new project, and then I can upload my previous projects that I've done, whether that's tactics, whether that's training sessions. If you want me to do a video specifically about that in the future, yet again, please leave a comment below. Save, similar to, if you're doing a Word document or anything, you can just save it straight away if you've already saved it before, or you can save it as a specific thing that you want. You can also change the settings, so you can find about your account and the settings of your account. If you want me to go into a little bit more detail about the settings, we can also do that. This is just to give you a brief indication of what you can. There's some helps, so there's some videos also that can help you to get started, and also there's a comment box where you can contact them. Share. So I heard quite a few people that have used TacticalPad. Can I share my videos? Can I, can I export them onto Facebook, Twitter? Yes, you can. I regularly try and share it on WhatsApp with my players and parents and stuff like that. So if I want to give them some tactical or technical advice, I can. The boards, you can also change the boards. So I've got a few boards that I've got up here that I've used in the past. You can also change the field, so there's loads of different options that you can have. I'm going to keep it as it is for now, just to keep it basic for everyone who's watching for the first time. But again, if you want me to change the fields and see how they look in different regards, I can do that. I'm going to change it just really quickly so you can see what the half court looks like. So that's now what a half court looks like. But we're just going to move it back to the full court just for now. Similar on that as well, if I want to change it, I can get the board just to change a little bit, just slightly different, but we'll just keep it as it was before. Now, there are some really cool things that you can do in order to make this, instead of this being a tactical session, you can also make it a training session. You can play around by making loads of different arrows. We'll get rid of those for now. Get rid of those. There's loads of different features that you can have. So if you want to give individual tactics, so I want this player, hang on, don't know why that's not working. Right, okay, so I want to make an individual tactical run, so I can get the player to start maybe, dribbling past the player. Maybe I want him to run here instead. Or where do I want him to stop? So he's got to run and stop. There's loads of different running cursors that you could use. Just get rid of that one. So there's loads of things to play around in here in regards to different run-ins of, in a training session or in tactics that you can have. There's also loads of different exciting items that you can use. A football. So we'll bring a football on to the pitch. If you double click the ball, you can change the size of the ball. So maybe we're playing Zorb football. You can also duplicate it by having two. If you want a quick way of just getting rid of these balls, by the way, just take them off the screen completely and they just disappear. But like I said, there's loads of different ones that you can put for training sessions. Put your mannequins just to practice what you do in a session. Again, just click it off the screen and it's out of the way. You don't have to see it again. Just have a look at the different ones. So obviously for futsal's fantastic because there's loads of indoor stuff you can have. If you want to post circuits, if you want to have some, ladders to play around with, some small goals. Again, you can make those big goals if you want. Different equipments, different balls. It'd be quite nice if they could change some of the styles, or you could edit your own styles. If you know that you can change the styles as well, the balls and other equipment, please let me know. I know you can add stuff here. I've not actually done that before. But if you'd like to see us play around with potentially making our own equipment, leave some comments below, and we'll see if we can maybe design our own training equipment or add some training equipment in there. Also some text. So I've not actually used this part of it before, but this would be an interesting feature to play around with in maybe another video. So if you want to play around with some of the text, let me know and we'll make a video of that. Some notes about some of the videos, some of the training sessions videos you've got, so you don't forget. There are some effects. Now I've tried this before and I got a little bit confused, but I would happily make a video about this and see if we can play around with some of these effects ideas, when players run and you get a trail here. I think I did this one successfully where a player runs, for example, this player runs from here to there, and like a green light follows their path of where they've moved. That was pretty cool, but I did struggle to use that one, so maybe I'll have to play around with that a little bit more. Okay, so in regards to animations, I'll get a ball. Just use a ball for a second. We'll just come out here. Okay, so the ball. We're going to do an animation. So I'm just going to get rid of all the animations before because we want to start from the beginning. So here it is. This player plays into here. No, sorry. I always recommend, before you start, when you're on here with the first dot, click to the next frame first. Because if the ball moves, when you click the first frame, it's not actually where you wanted it to start. So always click the next frame before you get to the next one. Now I want the ball to be passed, and it's going to show you where you go. There is another feature here. I'm not sure actually what that does, so I'll have to play around with that a little bit more. So this guy's passed it. You can also make a run at the same time. So the dotted line is to show the direction of the ball, and the normal line is to show you where he's going to run to. We'll keep him out wide for a bit of support. Maybe bring the keeper out a little bit to receive the ball. Then on to the next phase. He switches the play. He makes a cut. I've just realised as well. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've actually not put enough players on, have I? That was a bit silly. So actually what I'm going to do, because I rushed that a little bit, I'm actually going to reset the animation and we'll just start that again. I do apologise, but at least it gets me to recap with you guys of what I've done anyway. Okay, so let's add that player. Let's say there. So just to recap, first frame, always click to the next frame first. So we're now on frame 2. If we don't do that, the first frame will just disappear. Okay, he passes it, he cuts. The dotted line is the movement of the ball, and the normal line is the runner of the player. I'm also going to say, go on then, let's let him run into there. Next frame, the ball comes, keeper moves across. This time he cuts over to here. Next frame, he runs to shut down, he comes in. Next frame, plays it. Let's say going over here. Next, I might have clicked that twice by mistake, but that's fine. There and there. Okay, so just keeping it basic, and then we might do another video in a minute of it a little bit more, you know, a bit more. So what we're going to do, just show you what's happened so far. So it's moved. We are on speed one speed at the moment, so this is painfully slow, but it is good to have the different speeds, and we will go through the different speeds in a minute, just so you can reiterate the point to your players. You know, especially if they have learning difficulties like myself with dyslexia and things like that. Liam, you were my football teacher in primary. Okay, what's your name? It'd be nice to know who that is. Fantastic to know that. Always really good to see people on my channel who I've taught you at PE, so I'd like to know who that is. Okay, so this was a little bit painfully slow, so we're going to speed it up now to a 2 speed. Adam. Okay. Well, it was nice to see you, Adam. Welcome to the chat, mate. Hopefully you might actually like what we're talking about. Come back for more. Okay, so we just made this a little bit faster. Adam, what was your favourite lesson of me teaching you? So that's a little bit faster. Now the other ones are ridiculously fast. Now for me, this is probably a little bit too fast for my liking, but each to their own, I guess. And then it's ridiculously slow. Look at this. This might be where you're doing some replay and highlights. This is just absolutely painfully slow. Slow motion. Right, I'm going to stop it there because I have a life to live, and that's a little bit too slow for my liking. But 0.5 as well, that is like absolutely ridiculously slow as well. But again, all tactics, all training sessions, sometimes it's good to play around with the different speeds, because then you can, you know, you can make things a lot easier. You can speed things up. Just going through the frames as well. At any point, you can work through all the different frames. The strategies were my favourite. Oh, thank you very much, Adam. I am a little bit of a geek when it comes to strategies, so thank you very much. Obviously, if you keep watching the videos, I will go through the strategies a hell of a lot more in the future. So yeah, keep watching the videos, because we will get really in depth with how my geeky brain for futsal works. So keep you know, keep involved with what we're doing. Okay, so but like I said, in regards to the speeds, just changing the speeds all the time is so important. So like I suffer with dyslexia, so sometimes slowing things down really slowly to me is something that I always take in consideration. So I'll always change the speeds here for the individual player. So but 1 or 2 is normally good for me. But each to their own. Now, something that I am really excited about, and I tend to use the 2D when I want to explain something, and when I want to show off the next bit of what I want to show you, I am very excited to. So you go onto the menu. So tools is for animation. If you click on menu, you can then change the board to 3D. Now this I'm really excited by. So look at the stadium. We're going to an AMF World Cup soon. Hopefully there's going to be loads of seating areas. Look at all the seats. Look at that. That is a stadium that we need in England. And the whole of Great Britain, to be honest. The more stadiums we can have, we can travel to on a regular basis. Look at that. How cool is that as well? You imagine you turn up to your training sessions, and thank you as well, Adam. Thank you very much. Hopefully you will be in as many chats as you can. But look at that. Imagine turning up to your PE lesson or your football session, your futsal lesson, your manager whacks out this. Look at that. Coming out the door. I am absolutely buzzing for the World Cup as well. I will go through, by the way, through this video, I will start posting all the players that are in the World Cup as well. So so yeah, maybe we'll do a little walk out here or something like that, just having a little, you know, little play around. Okay, so again, you can share in 3D, not just 2D. But what I tend to do with 2D and 3D, this is just makes it a bit more cool, a bit more exciting for the players. But you can change the camera angle, so you can play around with, you know, the different angles, things like that. Sometimes it's really good to see the game from different angles as well. So just, you know, bird's eye view, just changing the angles around could really do a lot to helping your players understand the tactics you're having. Now, I quite like... Oh yeah, sorry as well. When you're changing the camera, you can move it around as well. So there is other ways of, you know, moving this around, but this is not quite as sharp as if you were just moving it here. And then if I need to zoom in or just move it around slightly, I can. You know, it's quite cool. It'd be quite cool actually, you know, if your parents have got this and they were sat in the stand here in the World Cup, and they can play around and just relive that moment where their son scored in a World Cup and stuff like that. It's just so cool. This is my geeky side of doing sport coming out now. Okay, so should we have a look at what the animation side of 3D looks like? So we'll do it at 1 to start with, and I'm going to change the angle a little bit, because should we go like this one? I'll tell you what, we'll play it from a different couple of angles. So we'll go from this one to start with. This is not the best angle, but we'll see what angle we like the best. So this is at a 1. We'll speed it up a little bit. one's probably a bit slow. This is like going back to like FIFA 99 kind of graphics, but and I love FIFA 99 as well. Okay, so we'll change the angle. We'll go bird's eye view this time. Maybe bring it in a little bit. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Imagine turning up to your PE lesson or your futsal or football lesson. Your manager brings out this. I'd have absolutely loved this back in the day when I was playing. Absolutely loved it. Of course, I would love to be playing as well, but actually just to see this would be so cool. Okay, so let's change one more angle. Just one more. Let's go diagonally this time, and we'll speed it up as well. We'll go to the fastest one there is. Look at that, bang. Good. Right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go back to... so if you want to get out of this as well, so this is a little bit more complicated than the 3D one, you just need to click exit out here, okay? So you get rid of all of that, and now I'm back here. So what I'm going to do now is I want to announce who's going to be in the Futsal World Cup. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to start a new project. So all changes will be lost. Do you want to save them before creating a new project? No, I don't. So I'm going to start from the beginning. And this will be a good recap for everyone as well who's watching. So I am going to go on the team settings. We'll go. Sometimes I do forget which ones these do. So, sorry, what one these colours. So I do forget occasionally. So I do apologise about that. So I will just play around with this for a second. No, so the middle one is the writing. So what we'll do for the writing, we'll keep that white, and then what we'll do for this one, we'll keep that red, and we'll keep that blue. Now what I'm also going to do is I'm also going to change the appearance. So I haven't actually spoken about this yet, but I am just going to go through this one as well so you can also see this, because this is pretty cool as well. So this is my favourite ones. Because I am going through the World Cup players, I am going to go with this one here. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to keep that one, but not the numbers, because I don't want my players to watch this video and think, oh, I've got that number, because that is a secret. We're not going to tell them that. The style, we'll change the style a little bit, because soon you will see the GB kit, and the GB kit is seriously cool. Just to give you a bit of a teaser of what it might look like. So what we're going to... This is not exactly the design, by the way. This is just to kind of give you a bit of a teaser. The opposition, I don't care, because we're just going to beat them anyway. I might change the blue and the red around, actually. So that one's going to be a red, and that one is going to be a blue. Now that looks cool. Okay, so let's go. Player 1 is the most obvious. And I'm going to double click him, and at the moment you can see his shirt number. He's called player number 1, but he's not actually going to be player number 1, so we need to change that. So we're going to go into team settings, we're going to go into the team squad, and player 1 is not going to be player 1. He is actually going to be called Thomas Holmes. Now Thomas Holmes is our goalkeeper for the World Cup. He plays for Morecambe Academy, and he recently played for us in a tournament at Birmingham and did really well. Did really well in the trials as well, and I am very excited about having him as my goalkeeper for the World Cup. He has got the coolest gloves as well, so when we're out there we might do a little video on just his gloves, because his gloves are absolutely quality. Okay, so player number 2. Who shall I do first? I'll tell you what, I will do my lad first. And my lad is team squad, player number 2. My lad is not called player number 2. His name is Darius Andrews. Now I know he'll be watching this right now and he will be so excited because he's a bit of an attention seeker like that. But anyway, Darius, you are not going to be number 2. I haven't decided on numbers yet, so please don't look too much into that. But Darius Andrews is our next player in our team. Now, the next player is... I'll tell you what, I'll start with all the Bristolians first. The next Bristolian player to join our team is not called player number 4. His name is Cosmo Brown. Now, Cosmo and Darius have got something in common. They are both under 12 footballers and futsal players, shall I say. Cosmo plays for Bristol Central next season, but they both play for Bristol Futsal as well. So they are teammates and they are under 12. So in theory, they are a C12, not a C13. So they are playing up a year in this World Cup. So, player number 4, but on here it says player number 3, is going to be the last Bristolian in the team. And he's not called player number 3. He is called Lenny Johnson. Now, Lenny is a C13. He's an under 13 playing for Cheltenham Academy. Now, this guy is a perfect example of how basketball can help develop footballers. Lenny plays for Cheltenham Academy. He's played for them for the first time last season, but he's been playing basketball for a long time, and his movement off the ball, his quick agility, acceleration, feints, turns is absolutely incredible, and that comes from basketball. Okay, so on to the next player. Now, I am just going to go with this player. I've been debating if I'm going to... I'm not very good at spelling his name on my phone. It's always on spell checker. So I do apologise to this player in advance. But his name's not player number 5. My spellings are not the best, but I can spell player 5. But this player is called Hadley. And I'm not even sure if I pronounced this right, but, and please don't judge me, Hadley. I'm going to say that's the spelling, and I'm going to pronounce it as Quadrasi. And maybe when I'm a bit more passionate and in a foreign country, Quadrasi. So, yeah, so Hadley Quadrasi is the next player. Hadley plays football at a really good level, but he also plays for Brentry Futsal, who I am a massive fan of. They have got a really good support with all their parents. Every player that came to our trials from Brentry were absolutely brilliant to work with. So big shout out to Brentry Futsal Club for having fantastic parents. And well done for Hadley for getting in. Hadley is a C13 player who did really well in our trials, a very composed player on the ball, and I'm very excited to welcome Hadley into the World Cup team. Now, the next player also plays for Brentry, who is a C13. Ignore me, I just accidentally clicked the animation button. Don't know why I did that. So, the next player... No, hang on. What number did I pick? Who was he? Player number 12. 12. 12. Some of you may have noticed as well, I haven't got a backup goalkeeper, so that's the reason I've missed the other goalkeepers out. The next player who also plays for Brentry Futsal is Freddie, and I want to pronounce this as Dewar. Freddie Dewar. If that is wrong, I do apologise, Freddie. Freddie plays for Brentry Futsal Club, is a brilliant... I don't know why, Freddie, this might come to the... This might be the first time you actually hear this, but for some reason he reminds me of Ozil with good work rate and can shoot. I'm a big fan of Ozil when he's on form, but unfortunately Ozil does not work hard enough and is not good at shooting. However, Freddie has got the work rate and Freddie's got the shooting ability, so I'm a big fan of Freddie. Freddie has represented Wales at football. Freddie plays for Colchester Academy, and as I said before, he plays for Brentry Futsal Club. So excited to see this guy. He could be a really big player for us in the pivot role for us. Yeah, he gets bags of goals. In the tournament we just played, he got quite a few goals in that tournament. So well done, Freddie, for getting in. Now that was number 7, if I remember rightly. Okay, so the next player, I'm going to leave one of the London players out for now. We'll get back to him in a minute. We'll go 2 Midlands players playing for the same club, and the next person is Hassan Ahmed, also known as Hassaninho. And if you guys stay tuned for Hassan's performances in the World Cup, you will know why he's called Hassaninho, because the guy has got incredible feet. He's not scared of doing skills. He's absolutely fantastic to watch. He plays for West Brom All-Stars Futsal Club, who across all the age groups have produced some absolute ballers, to be honest, and Hassan is one of them. Hassan has also done the Academy de Skills, I hope that was pronounced right, which they specialise in, you know, developing the players as individuals, and they are doing a fantastic job, to be honest, because a lot of the players that I see that come through there, they are absolutely brilliant with the ball. So big shout out to them as well. So going on to the next player, who also plays for West Brom All Stars. I keep forgetting to go on team settings. See, so I'm not perfect at this, guys. It's always good to you know, show that you're not perfect in any way, shape or form. Right, the next player is Finley Holmes. And Finley Holmes, as I said before, plays for West Brom All Stars. Sorry, Thomas, I'll put you a bit closer. I've been a bit left out there, aren't you, mate? Yeah, so Finley Holmes plays for West Brom All Stars. Really quick, strong. He doesn't believe he's good at shooting, but I don't believe him, because every time I've seen him, his shooting power is absolutely on point. And I saw him score a goal actually in the trials against one of our older goalkeepers, and I didn't even see the ball go in, to be honest. And if that guy doesn't break a goal net when we are in Barcelona, no one else is going to. But this guy has got an absolute Roberto Carlos right foot when he wants to. So yeah. Okay, so I've got a message from Twitch. I will ignore that for now. Anyway, on to the next. Player for the World Cup. Who shall I pick next? So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we're going to go on to our 9th player. Whoa, who should I do next? I'll tell you what, first of all, welcome Thomas Holmes. our goalkeeper. Welcome Darius Andrews. Welcome Cosmo Brown. Welcome Lenny Johnson. Well done Hadley Kudrasi, if that's how you pronounce it. Thank you Freddie Dwar. Thank you. Welcome. Shall I say? Welcome Hassan Ahmed. Welcome Finley Holmes. And the next player we are going to introduce to you is gonna be we're gonna go slightly higher up the map now. Harvey Coates. Now Harvey is an absolute legend. Harvey plays football and futsal for Lepton Futsal. I'm going to call him futsal because I'm a bit biased towards futsal, so I'm going to call him Lepton Futsal. So thank you very much for Lepton for obviously passing on Harvey to us. They did recommend a few players to come on trial with us, and Harvey was one of the players got in. Harvey's a big strong boy, very composed on the ball, can do skills if he needs to, but he can hold himself, he reads the game really well, and I'm really excited to have Harvey with us. He offers us something that a few players might lack in a bit of physicality, and Harvey's really, really important for us in that regard, because I think one thing you'll notice with our players is they are all very, very different. And they offer something completely different to our team, which is really, really exciting for me as a manager. I'm not sure they keep getting messages from Twitch. That's really annoying. They need to stop doing that. But hey ho, we carry on. So, on to the next player. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh. Right, so there's 3 players to go, and the next 2 players we're going to choose are from Scotland. By the way, this is something I'm also really, really proud of. When I decided to, when I decided to become the president, I was very, very passionate about making sure it was not just a England thing. And on that note, welcome Adam Carnworth, who is our first Scottish player I'm going to introduce to you. Welcome Adam. Adam used to play for Rangers. He's recently played for Scotland Schoolboys, and I can't remember off the top of my head what football club he plays for, but I have been told a few Scottish clubs are looking at him at the moment. Really skillful player. Again, similar to Harvey, quite a good build about him, really strong. But yeah, for a tall guy and a strong guy, he's very, very good with the ball as well, and got very good pace about him. So again, he will give us a lot of versatility about playing at the back, playing forward, scoring goals. He has also had a lot of international tournament experience. I know a few of them have played abroad as well, but every single time Adam has played abroad, he's come home with a trophy. So let's hope he's going to be our lucky charm. Okay, on to our next Scottish player. This player is, I'm not sure if he's currently in it. He was currently in Italy, but the tournament's finished, so I'm not sure if he's on his way home now. But he was playing for a futsal team called Yoga, and I think they got to the semi-final. So welcome Cooper. And Cooper also got quite a lot of goals as well, so well done Cooper. I'll tell you what, we'll move all these players over a little bit. Yeah, so Cooper's he's either in Italy right now or he's just coming back because the tournament just finished. Did really, really well over there, getting to a semi-final. He also scored a lot of goals as well. Cooper, if you are in the chat or you are watching the video, please leave us a comment of how many goals you did score. Cooper is also the captain, and he's also the captain for Rangers Academy in Scotland, which is phenomenal. It shows that he's doing bits in Scotland. But Cooper is also going to be the captain for us. He's one kid that I've said before, when you talk to him, you feel like you're talking to an adult. He's very, very clever lad, and the way that he talks about futsal and stuff is very, very mature for his age. So I'm very excited to welcome him as our pivot. As our captain. Right. Going on to our last player, last but not least. A few of you might already know him from his social media stuff that he does, but please welcome Ramel Carter, also known as Rimaldo. Ramel is the only under 11 that we've got in the whole team. He does qualify on the international stage as a C12, so he's technically only a year younger, but in England he's classed as 2 years younger than some of these players. But if any of you are watching his stuff on Instagram and YouTube and stuff, you will know how good this kid is. Ramel recently played for us in our tournament in Birmingham, and even though he's the youngest, he certainly doesn't show it in the skills that he has. He is sponsored by Nike, he's also sponsored by JD, and he's part of the F2 Revolution team. So this guy knows exactly how to be skillful on the court, and he's an absolute pleasure to work with as well. So this is the GB Futsal World Cup team. Thomas Holmes in goal, Darius Andrews, Cosmo Brown, Lenny Johnson, Hadley Quadrasi, Freddie Dwyer, Hassan Ahmed, Finley Holmes, Harvey Coates, Adam Carnworth, Cooper Knox, and Ramel Carter. I hope that you guys follow these boys in Barcelona. They are going to need your support. We are so excited to get going, and these guys, I've just got a sneaky suspicion that they're going to do well in Barcelona as well. So please follow the lads, please support them as much as you can. We are still looking for sponsors. We're delaying to let out our kit until we find a sponsor for the World Cup. If you guys know any businesses or any anyone that is willing to help out the boys, please let us know in the comments below, because we are certainly looking for a sponsor for us to go to the World Cup, and these boys are not going to let you down. These kids are absolute ballers, to be fair. So well done to the 12 boys that have got in. I also hope that you guys have enjoyed all the different stuff that we've had. Now, just as a little bit of fun, I think we need to get the boys to have a little walk out onto the stadium. So we're just gonna I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go back to the 2D. And we'll get these guys to walk out, shall we? Just as a bit of fun. Tools. This is also a good recap for you guys if you do forget. Animation. Let's go in this corner here. Oh no! Sorry, Thomas. Right. Animations. Oh. Maybe I can't do that then. Oh, that's a shame. I'll bring Thomas just back in just so he doesn't feel left out. That's a huge shame. I was hoping to bring them out here and then get them to walk out from the doors. We'll have to just use our imagination instead. But imagine the boys coming out through the doors, straight on here, on the halfway line, ready to do the national anthem. That is going to be a very, very proud moment for me. I have seen the boys do that before. Not these specific boys, but I have seen the C12s do that in Italy in January. Big up to all the boys that came to us, came to Italy with us. Absolutely quality players that came with us then as well. And yeah, I cannot wait to see these boys sing the national anthem in Barcelona. Okay, so that is it for TacticalPad for today. So I am just going to get rid of this one to start with. We're not going to save that. So this is the opening screen. Remember, please check out www.tacticalpad.com. If you really like this app or the software, please make sure that you get this software and app. It does cost money. It's a yearly subscription. In regards to how much it is, it can vary in price whether you've got it on your phone, tablet or PC. So I'm not going to mention the prices, but if you want to go onto their website, if you go onto our panels on our channel, you can read up a little bit about TacticalPad, and if you click on the TacticalPad logo, you will be able to see it will click you straight onto the website where you could potentially purchase the TacticalPad for yourself. First of all, I wanted to say a massive thank you for everyone that has tuned into our channel today. I am so grateful for everyone's support. These videos are going to start coming more often now. I'm so excited to say that I've now got all my equipment up and ready, so more comment. Sorry about that. I am really excited to offer to all of you guys regular content coming forward. So please subscribe on YouTube. Please follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and obviously follow us on Twitch. Loads of videos to come. If you are not following us live and you are watching these videos later, please comment some more. Please comment below about some of the stuff you want to see. Whether you are on Twitch, whether you're on YouTube, we still want to work with you. So please make sure you are letting us know some of the content that you want to see, and we'll make sure we keep you updated. But thank you very much for coming, guys, and I am out of here. Wait for Bex. I'm going to see what happens.